Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Munirah Haryani binti Hashim. Today, I want to present about the proposal research. My topic is the change in the behavior of outdoor recreational activity during COVID-19 pandemic among Malaysian community. Okay, the first slide I want to present about the background of the study, which is outdoor recreational activity. Outdoor recreational provide important recreational ecosystem service. Example, release stress, socialization, nature appreciation, and etc. through physical interaction with the natural world. In time of the crisis or disaster, outdoor recreation also provide an important means of coping. The COVID-19 pandemic present us unprecedented global health crisis. Limitation to travel across us called from intercontinental tourism to stay at home in order to have brought significant stress to the global community. Through necessary to thwart the spread of the virus, emissions of all restricted access to setting the facilitated outdoor recreation reduce a community capacity to cope with crisis, especially for outdoor activities subculture those who are highly dependent on outdoor recreation as a means of leisure. The next is change in the behavior. Loss of the access to outdoor recreational opportunities hinders an individual's ability to engage with the restorative natural environment and escape the stress of the crisis. Therefore, it is important that officers and planners have access to information about change to outdoor recreational behavior. The next slide is the problem statement. The reason I want to do my topic research is to identify the goal of this study is to understand how the COVID-19 pandemic impact the recreation behavior of outdoor and uses across the community classification. The issue is outdoor recreational behavior was affected as the pandemic hit the country. Because pandemic hit the country, outdoor recreation cannot do because government has statement that outdoor recreation cannot do. The next is statement of the problem. In urban areas, the provisioning of this ecosystem service can be enhanced through design and planning that increase exposure to natural features in recreation setting. This research is especially important for urban residents who have lesser outdoor recreation amenities at their disposal and relative higher place identity or dependence, as is it posited that the pandemic may have significant impacts on their mobility patterns. The next slide, I will discuss about the research objective. The first research objective is to identify the goal of this study is to understand how the COVID-19 pandemic impact the recreation behavior of outdoor and users across the community classification. The second is to identify it is imperative that officials and planners understand how the pandemic is impact outdoor and users, those who are highly reliant on outdoor recreation as a means of leisure. The last objective is to investigate are there any relationship between outdoor recreation and behavior during COVID-19 pandemic among Malaysian community? The next slide is significance of the study. This study was to understand how the COVID-19 pandemic affected the recreational behavior of outdoor usage across community classification. The study was also able to identify behavior in the self that involve outdoor recreation activity. This will give an advantage to the community to change their way of life to be more effective because of the COVID-19 pandemic. This also can give benefit to the student and researcher to get the information about behavior and outdoor recreation activity. The next slide, I will discuss about the literature review. The theory I have do is the theory of planned behavior, TPB. Is one of the most widely cited and applied behavior theories. It is one of a close interrelated family of theories which adopt a cognitive approach to explaining behavior which center on individuals' attitude and belief. The TPB is used to predict behavior and retrospective analysis of behavior and has been particularly widely used in relation to health. Evidence suggests that the TPB can predict 20 or 13% of the variance in behavior brought about via intervention and a greater proportion of intention. The next is literature review. I will discuss about the conception framework. In behavior, have to intention to act. Intention to act divide to three, which is attitude towards behavior, subjective norm, and perceived behavior control. In attitude toward behavior, also divide the two, which is belief about behavior outcome, evaluation of expect outcome. And subjective norm divide the two also, which is normative belief, motivation to complete. And the lastly, perceived behavior control divide to one only, which is belief about capability and control. The next slide, I will discuss about methodology research design. I do the quantitative design because use this research to investigate the relationship between outdoor recreation activity and change in the behavior in Malaysian community. The next is I will discuss about the sampling. The population I use is people who active go to outdoor recreation. The population of the people in Malaysia is 32.7 million by Department of Statistics Malaysian official portal. And inclusion and exclusion, which is inclusion is all Malaysian community that I use, and exclusion is non-Malaysian resident. Number of sample I use according to Krigi and Morgan. The suggestion of sample need to be taken is 384 sample. The random sample I use is the select a sample at random to allow all population units to have equal space and opportunity to be selected. The sampling technique I use is probability because this study use a random sample. The questionnaire is the Google form and will be distributed via Telegram, WhatsApp or other connected social media. The respondents are required to complete the questionnaire either in Malay or English. The next is instrument. There are consists of 3 sections in the questionnaire, which is section A, section B and section C. The section A is a demographic, which is email, age, gender, origin, level of education and employment status. Section B is outdoor recreation questionnaire. Questionnaire related to how often you participate in the outdoor recreation, which is in camping, backpacking, bicycling, rock climbing and etc. Section C is using the health, behavior and stage of change questionnaire. Is HBSCQ, which is nutritional consultation, physical activity and outdoor recreation activity. The instrument used in this is demographic, outdoor recreation questionnaire and the health, behavior and stage of change, which is HBSCQ. The HBSCQ is a new proposal and was contracted considering the postulates of TTM and was based on the criteria for the adoption of demographic behavior defined by Andrew. The next is data collection procedure. The first procedure is the approval by the ethics committee. The next is seek approval from head of organization. The third is brief the respondent about the purpose of the study. The next is distribute the questionnaire to all respondents, and lastly collect the questionnaire when the respondent finish to answer. The next is the data analysis. The data analysis in the research objective, the first is to identify the goal of the study is to understand how the COVID-19 pandemic impact the recreational behavior of outdoor end users across the community. Classification, data analysis is descriptive statistic. And number 2 is to identify it is imperative that official and planner understand how the pandemic is impact outdoor and chooses those who are highly reliant on outdoor recreation as a means of leisure. The data analysis is descriptive statistics. The number 3 is to investigate there any relationship between outdoor recreation and behavior during COVID-19 pandemic among Malaysian community is data analysis is inferential statistic. The next is the data analysis. The data analysis in the research objective, the first is to identify the goal of the study is to understand how the COVID-19 pandemic impact the recreational behavior of outdoor end users across the community. Classification, data analysis is descriptive statistic. And number 2 is to identify it is imperative that official and planner understand how the pandemic is impact outdoor and chooses those who are highly reliant on outdoor recreation as a means of leisure. The data analysis is descriptive statistics. The number 3 is to investigate there any relationship between outdoor recreation and behavior during COVID-19 pandemic among Malaysian community is data analysis is inferential statistic. This is my reference. That's all from me. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Thank you.